Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow down 33, NASDAQ up 1, S&P's off 7, gold contract down $12.70, traded at $1,254 an ounce. Silver off 15 cents at $19 an ounce. Platinum down 12 at $1,397 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 55 cents at $92.74 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year down 5 ticks at 124.29. 30-year flat at 137.28. King dollar doesn't stop moving, folks. Up 503 ticks, 84.26. That baby's on its way to the 85.50 mark. Euro down 47 at 129. The yen up 86, trading at 105.95. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get them down $8. Bottom line, just about a flat market. We've been at the same place going all the way back to the 26th of August. You're going to have light volume once again. Bottom line, this is the first full week back after the summer. Volume-wise out here, we'll probably come in with about 550, 600 million. Right now, you're at 347. Dow Industrials. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow? Dow's also flat, down 31 bucks. Has light volume at the highs. Not NASDAQ Composite. We take a look at the Composite. Composite sideways move. You're up 2 points. What you have with the Composite actually is that she's testing the highs and on lighter volume. We're at 4585. 4583, a close underneath that would basically just say that, hey, listen, I can't get the juice top side, and we'll see whether they can get the juice on the way down. Right now, the Composite is at 1.2 billion. That will come in more than likely at about 1.5 billion. Gold contract. Let's go take a look at gold. What you have with gold is this. From high to low today, 1272 to 1252. Right now, we're at 1254. We've done just about 100, well, we have done 105,000 contracts. And what you have with gold is this, folks. Gold is going into the highs of the lows that were generated in May as well as June. That number, that specific number inside this contract goes like this. The high of the low is 1259. The low is 1241. Both the 1259 was the high of the low on the 30th of May, as well as the 5th of June. That is one of the benchmarks you want to keep your eye on. Right now, we're at about $3 below that level. We'll see whether it can get up a little bit higher into the close. If you take a look at the GLD, you're coming down into those levels, and you are coming down with lighter volume, but it's not holding price. The GLD, the gap on that GLD was 122.80. You're at 120.64 right now. That is on the intraday basis. When you're taking a look at the weekly basis, what you have on the weekly basis is this, is that last week we came down with 30 million shares, 30 million when you add in the day. Thus far, we've done 6 million. Your characteristic, you're going into 31 million. So bottom line is to get to the bottom of that and hold, you're going to need some real juice. Yeah, but you know what? If we go on this pace right now, we could get that because it's the first day. It's 6.1 million already, which would generate you out a 30 million weekly basis. Bonds, we go take a look at the bond market now. What we have with bonds is this. Bonds on Friday got to a higher high and gave it up on price. Well, guess what? They did the exact same thing today. 10-year bond, this is what you had. 10-year bond on Friday got to 126.21, had million contracts, 1.6 million contracts actually, couldn't handle price. Today you got to 125.12. You did 977,000 contracts. We're going to be back up at that level. That level wants to get tested. What is intriguing, however, is that in both cases, it did give it up on price. This is the second day that it gave it up on price after being much higher. 30-year bond, same setup in the 30-year, USZ. 30-year bond, we got to a price point up here at 138.23. You've done 293,000 contracts. On Friday, what we did is that we got to a price point of 139.02, and we did 459,000 contracts. Now, in order to break down, the whole world is claiming once again that rates are going to go up, bonds are going to go down, you know, for the 8 millionth time. And in this particular case, this was pretty cool, folks. In this particular case, too, there was a research paper out from the San Francisco Fed. And and inside that research paper, let me see if I can get it for you quick. I know, I just read it. Bottom line, inside that research paper, what the San Francisco Fed, one of the researchers at the San Francisco Fed, said that they felt that the investing public, including professionals, didn't understand how quick the interest rates were actually going to go up when, in fact, the Fed makes its turn. You know, we'll see how that shakes out. King dollar. We go take a look at King dollar. This is pretty amazing what King dollar is doing. Bottom line, you're up another 500 ticks. We get 41,000 contracts, and this is no doubt the much larger ABC structure. It's a straight line move. You're at 84.25. We take a look at this, and you put this on a continuous contract, and what you have on the continuous contract, folks, is that the ABC structure, 85.50 is game. You know, right now, the last swing high on the continuous was actually, oh, this is interesting. So the continuous is 84.96. And let me pull this back a little bit. Because that is, yeah, so on the continuous, this is what when they chain them together a little bit different. So the continuous is 84.96, and we're just about there. That's on the shorter term basis. The longer term basis, of course, for this dollar sets up, is this, in fact, a much larger ABC structure on the way up? And will it blow away that level, building some cause? I'll set up the bullish and bearish for you. The bullish, if in fact it's going to do that, is that you will see it more than likely not hit the swing point, back off the swing point, build some more cause for a bit too, whether that's month and a half, then take it on and make its run up to this 88.80 area. 88.80 area was the June 2010 high. Thus far, where we are is that we're up to the July 13 high, and it was a couple separate highs that were up there. We are certainly up here with monster force. The XLE, the energy sector, the XLE is building cause to basically try to take out that B point. We're down 146 right now in the XLE. The B point of an ABC structure on the way down is 94.49. We've hit 95.13. You have volume of 6.9 million. You're going to need over 12 million as you go after that swing point. Now, the largest weighting structure inside there is ExxonMobil. Exxon is coming down with some juice. We did 6.2 million. The B point on Exxon is 97.63. We've hit 97.45. It's building cost to take that baby out. So Exxon itself and the XLE are going to have some good action. The Apple. Tomorrow it's going to be all about Apple. And, you know, we'll see how this shakes out. Thus far, when Samsung came out with their phone on the September 3rd, that's when Apple went south, 4%. Monster volume. We came down there with 125 million shares. Apple's been going sideways with 37 million. Apple looks like it's screaming for lower price right now. What you did have, if we put this on a much longer basis, what you're going to see is that the high that was generated, the first high that was generated in Apple, September of 2012, is 100.72. We tested that last week, and check this test out. This is how it went. The test was with approximately, well, even on the monthly. Let's see. Actually, no, I got to do the weekly, because the monthly, it held on the monthly on price, not on volume. On the weekly, what you had, this year's there. On the weekly, we did 323 million versus 500 million. So bottom line, you get over it, closed under it, had lighter volume, that's a failure. What that sets up lower price. Couldn't bust it up, guess what? You want to bust it downtown. That's how this baby's set up. 877-927-6648. Right now we have the Dow Industrials down 26. NASDAQ is up 2. The S&Ps are up 7. You stay right there, folks. We're coming back with the CEO of Novera. And his name's Harry Timken, and he's going to be having a workshop at eSignal. We're going to be right back, folks.
Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 24 right now. Nasdaq's up 3. S&Ps are down 7.5. Our guest today, folks, is Harry Kimpton. Harry is the CEO of Novera.com. And Novera.com, folks, is a website and a program that brings you true market insight. Harry's going to be doing a workshop. That workshop, folks, is a free workshop. If you go to esignal.com, you're going to see it right on the front page, Trading Insight, Novera, free live webinar from Novera Research. Harry Timken, welcome to TFNN.
Hey, thanks very much. Thanks for having me on air. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you, if we had more time, I'd go through your bio. You have quite a bio. I mean, you've been in this business a long time. You know a lot about research. You know a lot about data. So tell us.
I do.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. I was reading that.
It's kind of scary when I see how old I'm getting, actually, and how long I recognize I've been in the business. But yeah, I go back quite a long way. I've been building trading systems and analytics for both the sell side and the buy side for over 25 years. I was one of the original guys at Bridge and built most of the analytics in the Bridge information system, which was, absolute total fun to do that. We had a great time building analytics and spending most of our time with the buy side and particularly trading desks. And then I went over to Reuters and I ran the global equities business there and the transaction business for, over 10 years. And basically had an opportunity to work with a longtime client, and a client who was an incredibly successful trader, who literally, has traded over 2 billion shares in his lifetime. That's the kind of trader that he is. Very successful. Really hadn't had a losing month in over 10 years of trading those shares.
Okay.
And he did that by building his own proprietary indicators and his own proprietary charting system.
Yes.
And he basically enticed me to make the entrepreneurial step, come over and help him take a firm, his small firm, and build a platform, a trading platform around that research, around his indicators, and take that to the marketplace and show people a unique way, our way, if you will, of how we trade the market and how we find, very interesting, how we get signals in the market that, are very profitable, basically.
Sure. Now, is that Murphy?
I'm sorry? No, that's Steve Kalasian. Joe is our other partner, is our CFO. But,
okay, cool. Okay.
The key man behind the indicators is Steve Kalasian.
See, that's awesome. So tell us, first off, folks, is that you can go to esignal.com, and right on the front page, and you can be at this webinar tomorrow. So at the webinar, exactly what are you going to show them, Harry?
So tomorrow, and it's at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, I'm going to show you our proprietary charting platform, which houses these unique indicators. And basically, what we do is I take what looks to be very complicated and mash it down into some very simplistic indicators that we put on the screen. We literally show you key entry points, key exit points on our charts.
Yes.
But beyond that, we also then have a monitoring system and a signal engine. So, we scan over all the major instruments. It's about 800 stocks, but, again, the most active stocks, key day trading stocks, because we do a lot of intraday trading.
Yes.
We cover all the active ETFs, all the major commodities, all the major currencies across multiple time frames. And so, you don't have to have 1,000 charts open on your desktop. We basically will signal you when we get all of our alerts, again, based on our proprietary indicators. So, one of the ways I like to describe it is we have a monitoring system which shows you our scores, the Novera score.
Okay.
Now, the Novera score, basically, what it does is, we have a combination of indicators that the users will see. And to make it easier, again, the key for us is getting to a trading idea very rapidly. I don't want to have to spend a lot of time trying to interpret what all the lines are telling me. So, we devised a way to tell us almost instantly, where the indicators are and what they're telling us to do. We call that the Novera score.
Okay.
And we provide a long score and a short score. And based on what that number is, it gives us an idea of whether we want to be buying or selling, a particular instrument.
Yes.
So we call that the speed of a stock, if you will, right?
Yes.
What we then want to know is, hey, what's the acceleration of that score? Where's the score come from and where's it going? And we provide that as a signal engine. So we're literally, throughout the day, giving our users key opportunities across a broad range of equities, commodities, currencies, and so forth.
Now,
I'm going to show users how that works tomorrow.
Yes, which is so cool. My understanding, just reading up on your website, which is Novera.com, and KNOWVERA.com, folks, is that individual traders could turn around and say, okay, I have this idea, and we can use your software to generate what equities would be, currencies or futures would be in that idea. Would that be correct also?
Absolutely. So look, if you're a currency trader at any given time, and not only, let me just highlight this, which is great, is look, we cover all key time frames. So you might be a trader that wants ideas throughout the day. You might want to trade on a 5-minute, a 15-minute basis, what we call scalp trading, right?
Yes.
So we cover that time frame, and then we work our way all the way up through day trading, swing trading, position trading, all the way up to, hey, someone who just wants to come in at the end of the day at 4 o'clock and look at our daily signals.
Right.
And, may want to take a position and hold that for weeks or months. We do that as well. So we really are not just about day trading, although that's what we primarily focus on.
Sure.
We cover all the time frames, right? So, again, you can use our system in a way that allows you to get ideas throughout the day, or literally for the long-term investment, you want to see, what's going on a daily basis. We do that as well.
And the workshop starts at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, folks. And how long will it go? Like 45 minutes, Harry?
About 45 minutes. And what I'll do is, for say half the time, I'm going to take you guys through the platform, show you how the charts work, how we get to our scoring system, and then how we, show you the scores in real time in the signal engine. And then after that, I'll open up to questions, because I really want everybody to get the most out of it. Instead of me doing sort of a one-way broadcast, I want people to, really be interactive. So I'll take a lot of questions. I'll look at any stocks they may want to look at in our charts.
Yes.
And give them an idea of, how we look at them and what the signals are telling them.
Now, when you were starting in this business, did you ever think that the amount of data would be so important?
When I look back, you think about the number of transactions that were in a day compared to what it is now.
Yes.
And even when you go look at a futures market, you look at the matrix and the tools that we have in front of us, I don't think any of us really could have ever imagined that the tools that, the institutional players had would very easily transition over to the retail market. And when you get into a market like that, I think particularly, for us and the way we build our software, the key is, how do you analyze all that information, and how can you, have a tool that parses it down and really gets it down to making it easy to find profitable ideas, or at least to keep me on the right side of the market. And really, that's what, Steve has tried to do all his life. That's why he brought me here to help him build this, this software. He's a big believer in educating the market and helping people be more successful in trading. And to cut through all of that information, we built a platform that allows us to have real good market insight and to be on the right side of the market, and to hone in on opportunities that can be very, very profitable in a marketplace like this.
What's amazing is that the one thing that we never can get back is time. And there's no doubt in this business, ideas themselves take a lot of time to generate, and then, of course, you got to go through some of the equities. And it is so cool that there's, folks like yourself that are bringing to everyone these types of programs that I still love charts, there's no doubt, but the reality is it's great when you can cut to the chase and see what you want to look at, then pull up the chart, right?
No, exactly right.
Yeah.
And I think, that's, again, the key to the software is there's a lot of indicators on there, but, our users are going to see that we chop it right down, and literally you're going to look at a number and know what to do.
Listen, folks, go to esignal.com. Harry's right on the front page. You can sign up now. Harry, thanks so much. Have a great one, a safe one. Look forward to speaking to you again.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much for having me.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization optimization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now down 17, Nasdaq's up 6, S&Ps are off 5.5. Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. What's going on?
Tom, how you doing?
Doing great, man. You having a good day?
I am. How about yourself?
I am. Couple degrees cooler, man. Folks, it went from 90 to 85 down here, and that's that's the first break. So we're off to the races here, no doubt.
Well, what I noticed after 40-plus years of living in this state is that typically by this time of year is when the humidity starts to lower.
I know.
And it'll start to lower a little bit more as the month of September goes on, and the month of October, and then we're going to get full-on cold with a real nippy 75-degree winter coming up here in a few days. But I got to tell you, man, switching topics, forgive me, Tom, but I got to do this, man, because in the years I've known you, I've received so much pain watching Miami lose to New England, and I have to tell you just how utterly beautiful it was yesterday.
And it's wicked about
Miami take New England apart. It was a thing of beauty.
So listen to this. This is wild. I'm talking with my son, and I says, okay, I saw the beginning of the game. They're winning, right? Then I was doing something else. Bottom line, I said to my son, you know, hey, did the Patriots win? He says, oh, yeah, they must have won, right? You know, and so he texts me later. He says, there you go for a placated fan, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And of course, then I saw the highlights, and it's like, oh, my God, unreal. Yeah.
Got shut down in the second half.
I know. So gold. Talk to me about gold.
Anyways, this is what's going on. I'm telling you, Tom, I'm liking the way, don't get me wrong, I'm not liking the retracement on the price point, but considering that King Dollar has put its second stage rocket booster fired on here in the last week or so, and the fact that gold hasn't gotten destroyed, that's my first bullish sign. The second thing I'm seeing that I like is it almost looks like, in a nod to Larry Pezzavento here, it looks like it's forming a 3 drive to a bottom here.
Okay.
If you look at,
I can see that, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? You get that nice move down, then you got the retracement, and then you got the secondary AB equals CD.
Yeah.
And that D point, Tom's coming in at 1245 and change. So here's my case. Granted, we're going to need some relief from the dollar, but that would be 100% move for a move in gold. We're close to 100% move for a move in the dollar, and the fact that gold hasn't gotten crushed the way it has. I don't know, we might see a nice little tradable relief rally here coming up shortly. What do you think?
I think it's real. You know, the clearest one that you can look at, folks, Dave and I, we have the futures in front of us, but if you want to just look at the GLD, you know, it's pretty clear. There's, you know, it's not holding price. But your volume on it, man, it's going to need a lot more juice. I mean, it's just not there right now. So the numbers to watch, folks, this is what is holding it up. It's the December of 2013 level, the high of that low, and the January 2014. That's what's actually holding it up. It's not the swing points from June. It's the swing points going back. And that's pretty dramatic. We're talking about on a weekly basis 63 million shares, man. So, and
specifically the 23rd of January.
And that number, so check out the number. The number is 120.77. Now, today we hit 120.37, but we're at 120.70 right now. So you have 63 million, and your benchmark is 120.77. You reject that, it's like, okay, man, you know, you get action. And I absolutely agree in the aspect of the King Dollar, okay? King Dollar wants higher price, but when I just did bring up the continuous contract, which is really cool, is that the continuous 100% move of a move is the 84.96. So we're just about there. And that extension, by the way, this is what's wild, folks. The extension is dramatic. So, I mean, I can do these numbers later, but that's saying to me that, you know, realistically, it's going to basically back off a bit. And gold hasn't got that destroyed for how the dollar went. So we'll see how this plays out, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, if you look at, put it on a weekly, I'm looking at the dollar, that is, and I'm not looking on the futures, I'm looking on the Forex market. But the only retracement we had was back in June, and if you set up an AB equals CD, this thing's past the 1.618 expansion. And,
which is a problem for it.
Exactly. And a nod to Steve Rhodes, the RSI indicator, and this thing is so overbought, it's ridiculous. So I don't know, Tom. We ought to see a little bit of a pullback, and I think the plan for seeing higher gold with the higher dollar, as each time it retraces less as the dollar moves higher. And I don't know, people might think I'm crazy for saying this, but I think gold's going to go, man.
Yeah, no, I can listen, and it has to do with. The dollar's not going to stop, folks, but what Dave just said is that the correlation, as it rests, then it takes the next leg up. Gold will take a lesser leg up, but take a leg up. And this has to do with basically value and has to do with what people are putting their money in. That's what it's really coming down to. So, you know, you go from a commodity to a currency. And gold fluctuates back and forth like that over years, period, folks. And that's what you have happening.
And that's not in factoring in any potential inflation in the coming time, in the coming year or two. Also, at some point, all this money that's been printed is going to generate some inflation at some point, especially if the economy continues to improve.
It seems it should. Cooking, brother.
Yep.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman at the Chapman Wave. And don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding program right here at TFNN each and every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, what you're going to see right on the front page, Basil is going to be doing a Master Trader series. You're going to see, there she is right there. Nope, TFN, 1 second, TF. You're going to see it right on the front page, folks. It is coming this Friday, a full 8 hours. And inside this Master Trader Series, you're not only going to get Basil for a full 8 hours, you're going to get his newsletter, which is $128 value. It's an outstanding newsletter that comes out each and every morning. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You have a good weekend for yourself?
Very good. Thank you. Great weather, yes.
That's a beautiful thing. So we're going to look at the Dow first, and we can talk about your Master Trader Series.
I'll explain exactly what we're going to be doing in this Master Trader. The timing couldn't be more perfect, and I'll explain why. In the Chapman Wave methodology, the simplest way to think of it is you want to identify the most obvious lowest low bar. You just look to the left, you scan your chart, find the lowest bar that's the most obvious. In this case, you're looking at the Dow, 16,333 on the 7th of August. And what do? You merely count each successively higher peak. I label them with uppercase letters, A, B, C, D. D's where you want to get to in a Chapman Wave buy signal that goes to a buy mode. It can go higher, but the idea is to at least get you to the D. You see that it made a peak D back on the 17th of July at 17,151, the fourth highest peak. Makes an arch formation, comes back down to that low on the 7th of August. Then it rallies up, and what did it do just 3 days ago? It went on Thursday to 17,161, and that was leg D. Friday had a lower high bar. That's how simple the methodology is. And what does that do? That makes a peak D. At peak D, you start becoming cautious.
Okay.
Well, I'm expecting, and now I'm going to show you how terrific this is. In the, I'm showing you Facebook here because for my subscribers, we've been long this, and it's just gone to an all-time high today. But to make it easier, I wanted to show you, we've been waiting for the QQQ series. That's the Power Shares QQQ Trust series to get to a leg D. It went to a peak C. It's the only key indice that hasn't gone to that fourth highest peak. The S&P, the SPX.X, went to that peak D on Thursday, hasn't gone above it. The NYA, that's the New York Stock Exchange, very broad. I think it's almost 2,000 stocks, went to a peak D. So we've been waiting patiently. So what we've done is we've started to set up a short position in one of the indexes, but we wanted to have the confirmation that at least you had all the little ducks lining up, because this is usually what happens at top. So what happens this morning? The NDX 100, which is in fact the trading vehicle, the root of the QQQ series, did go to leg D. So at this point, there's some caution for us, because if all the indices go to that particular high of a D or an E, that's where you've got to be a little bit careful. Now, the other thing that I'll be teaching on Friday is how do you put the package together? Well, we like to look at the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. That's the green and red lines here. We'll study how that works. And what's so beautiful about this, I'll show you on my CD, which we'll be also working from. In the CD that is on sale at TFNN, it's called Introducing the Chapman Wave Methodology, a CD book. It shows you right here. There's a blank chart. It happens to be Exxon Motors, and it shows you just the price movement. But here's the MACD, and that light gray line is above the black line. And as long as that's moving higher together with the price, that's a good sign. And there's a slow stochastic above 80%. And the very next chart shows you with the letters, and it goes to a D and pulls back. Well, let's put that together here. You're looking at the MACD in the NDX. You're looking at the MACD in the SPX, also running nicely, but the MACD hasn't crossed negative yet, and the stochastic has started to pull back at 85%. It was in the mid-90s. That's very positive. I'm going to be teaching how you can use the slow stochastic to be looking at these different indexes, how you can organize your thoughts and how your trades can work with those particular parameters in mind.
And folks, you can come right over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right on the front page. The Master Trader Series that I'm at, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming this September 12th, 9 to 5. Basil, have a great one, safe one. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Coming right back, folks.
You've heard Basil Chapman on the air as the host of the Tiger Technicians Hour, and now's your chance to spend a full day learning his trading methodology, the Chapman Wave. Basil has taught thousands of students his trading methods over the years, and on Friday, September 12th, he'll be hosting a one-day online Master Trader Series class. Included is a month of his daily newsletter, The Opening Call, a $128 value. Basil will cover a variety of topics and techniques that he uses when looking at key charting patterns that repeat consistently in the market and that you can add to your trading methodology. You have access to the full 8-hour archive for a period of 30 days, as well as availability to ask questions of Basil in the month following the course as you practice what he teaches in this full-day Master Trader class. For all the details, visit TFNN.com and sign up for Basil Chapman's Master Trader class on Friday, September 12th. Reserve your seat today.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market. Yahoo got some juice underneath it. Yahoo actually looks like an ABC structure on the way up. That's going to be all about the valuation of Alibaba, which is going to be going public approximately 2 weeks from last Friday. Yahoo's up $2.13 right now. You got Twitter up $1.20. GM is down $1. We have, let's see, EMC is up 27 cents. GoPro is up $4.80. Check that out. Let's go to GoPro first. $63.59. Look at this, man. Wow. Okay, so this is small ABC up to amazing. Okay, so conservatively, your A point is 44, your B is 57, $13. Your C is 52, 62, that's 65. So that just finished one ABC structure on the way up. Pretty amazing. No doubt about that. Yahoo, YHOO. So check out Yahoo. Yahoo right now trading up 216, 69 million shares traded. And what you have there is that not only a huge amount of shares, but if you do put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is your B point is 4170. Last B point there was 66 million shares on the weekly. We've already done 66 million shares today. Now, the real key is going to be, let's see, conservatively, which way we do this. And this run will be, so if I look from there, yeah, that was the most conservative way to do this is that you got a A point at 23, your B's at 41. So you're still 23, 33, 43. So we've got $18. 32, 42. Yeah, that's $50. It's pretty intense, man. If let me pull this all the way back. So Yahoo right now, yeah, right, that's possible. The swing point is 45. The low of the swing from its crash in 2000. So Yahoo had hit $125. First leg down was 53. Will he run it for that 53? Pretty amazing, actually. But bottom line is that that's going to be all about Alibaba. There's no two ways about that. HTZ, let's go take a look at Hertz. The CEO of Hertz is gone. This little baby, if we take a look at it, she couldn't handle juice up here today. She's come down. She opened much higher. Bottom line, sold all the way down. I guess it's not going to make any difference without the Canon, that CEO. We're at 28.52 right now. If she gets back on inside 27.20, then she's going to have some problems into the downside. Some of the Dow stocks we could take a look at out here. You got American Express down 66 cents. ExxonMobil's down $1.44. Oxy's down $1.94. Inside the futures business, futures markets, folks, okay, what we have is this. Gasoline is down 0.8%. You got gold off 0.9. Oil itself is down 0.3. We go over to that gasoline market. We're going to be saving a lot of money on gasoline. We're at $2.56 wholesale right now. And what we have, we've done 43,000 contracts today. Let's pull this up. Okay. So that's short contracts, but it will go after the B point. The B point has 45,000 contracts. We've done 43 thus far. The B point of this ABC structure down is 251. You break that with volume, guess what? It's going to be a 225 wholesale gas, which will get the gas that you and I pay for under $3, which is pretty amazing. We go actually take a look at the crude oil market. Crude oil right now is down 36 cents. We're trading at $92.93. That, oh, interesting. Look at this. Oh, this is a beautiful thing. Check it out, folks. Okay, crude, this contract here, which is the CLV4 contract, which is the September contract. Actually, it's the October contract. This contract broke its B point with volume today. It's holding the B point, meaning it got above it again, which is 92.50. But when you go out underneath it and you get above it, you'll at least go test that once again. Now, this contract here, the A point is 102. Your B is 92, so you get $10, which is setting up $86 oil. This is just going to get so intriguing. And, of course, when you do look inside the commodities, you can say that, okay, it's all about King Dollar, because the run on King Dollar is absolutely extraordinary. What we will see, and this is where over in the pound has been getting hammered. That is all about Scotland. Looks like they're going to vote for independence, and the UK is doing anything and everything in order to basically stop that within the next couple of weeks, including basically saying that they can stop making their own laws and all that. It looks to me like it's going to be too late, and that actually is going to happen after 300 years. So we'll see what the implications are inside of that. Of course, all the politicians in the UK are saying there's going to be huge implications, including Cameron saying that they have to watch out for terrorist attacks, which is a joke. Bottom line, though, is that it looks to me like that is going to come across, and that just puts more downward pressure on many currencies. XAU, the HUI, what we have with the XAU and the HUI, your benchmarks on they're both lower today. They both have lighter volume today. Your benchmarks that you're going to be watching for both of those go back now to the weekly basis of May and June. That's what's holding those babies up right now. And they're gonna need a lot more volume to break down. In the actual gold contract, June 2013. In the gold contract, the physical contract, it is the highs of the lows that were generated in 2013. That's where the baby. It's going to be really tough to break that down. We'll see whether it can break it down. Thus far, it hasn't been able to basically get into that level with any type of volume. Tomorrow, guess what? The NDX 100, folks, the NASDAQ is going to be all about Apple. The Apple announcement will come out tomorrow. We'll see whether they can bottom line, get that baby going or not. And see if, in fact, they have something that is on the table that no one knows about. That's certainly what Samsung had when they came across last week with that curve. And that's what, of course, took Apple south and took Apple south very quickly. Apple went 4.5% down with monster volume. Dow Industrials right now are down 29. Nasdaq's up 7. S&Ps are off 6.5. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 25, Nasdaq up 9, S&P's off 6.5. Gold contract down $11.70, traded $1,255 an ounce. Now, we have with gold, folks. Let's start off with gold. We're taking a look at gold. This is what you have. Gold contract out here today, we did 107,000 contracts. You down $12. We're at $12.55. Your benchmark on this, it's going into the highs or the lows from the 30th of May as well as the 5th of June. Bottom line is that it's actually $3 into those because it's $12.58 and $12.59. So the further it gets into that, the higher the probability does go that you can get to that $12.42. That being said, however, I'm going to go over to the GLD so you can see this correlation because it looks to me like we're bottoming right here. You take the GLD, you're going to put this back a couple years, and what you're going to be looking at is this. The GLD right now, we're at 120.73. When we take a look at this correlation as to what it's going into, what you're going to see is that you're coming into the downdraft. The first downdraft that was created was June of 2013. Now, that downdraft, we had 109 million shares on a weekly basis. Then we tested that downdraft, which is coming into right now. That test was established in December of 2013. Now, the high of the low, and this is what gold loves to do, is 120.77. Right now, we're at 120.73. We're not going to make the volume characteristic of even that test. Right now, I suspect this week we can do about 33 million shares. That test was 63 million, and that was testing 109 million. So that's the number to watch. We're 4 pennies below it, but that's the number that you want to keep your head wrapped around. And we'll see whether they get a rejection. See, a benchmark there is 120.77. Bonds. We go to the bond market. What we have with the bond market is this. This is the second day. Friday, what we did in the bond market is that we rejected TYZ. We rejected higher price, and we had volume behind that move. Today, same deal. We tried to get up to higher price, couldn't make it. That says, number one, we're going to be back to the highs that were generated on Friday. And we'll see if, in fact, it's still going to have the juice in order to go through those highs. What we did out here today, we did 1 million contracts. The 10-year got to 125.12. On Friday, we got up to the 125.21, and we had 1.6 million. We're going to be back up there. When you spike higher, can't hold price, you get back up there. And by the way, you get back up there very quickly, too. When it likes to test that area, it likes to do it quickly. So I suspect in the next couple of days, that's what we're going to have. 30-year, same setup in the 30-year, exact same setup. When we take a look at the yields out here, the 10-year still under 2.5. We're at 2.4. And, of course, when you take a look at the rest of the world, the bottom line is that who are you going to give money to? The rest of the world, the basis of where these bond prices are at the rest of the world are much lower than us in the U.S. Now, King Dollar, folks, I'm telling you, this is absolutely wild. King Dollar is not only off to the races, she's almost finished this leg that she has been moving on a straight line move from 79. She's at 84.31, did 555 ticks out here today. And when you do take a look at the continuous contract, on a futures contract, you can get the 85.50. It's up there. That's what it's looking at. On a continuous contract, your swing points are 84.96. And you can see today we're at 84.310. This move, straight line move, pretty extraordinary move, has force, has all of the above. Now, this is also going to be a 100% move of a move. And what you have when you do something like that is that you back off, you do something other than continue to blow right through that. So I suspect the metals market will get a little relief as we get up to these levels. You know, we'll see where this whole baby does shake out. Tomorrow, tomorrow is going to be Apple's big day. Apple's going to have a shot to basically tell the world what they have out there. Amazon, okay, I'm not sure whether Amazon's worrying or Amazon just threw a bunch of fire into Apple's party. And what Amazon did this afternoon, folks, at 2:30, is that they come out, they have this Fire Phone that basically is it's a phone from AT&T. It was $200. It came out 6 weeks ago. Well, what Amazon did is brought the price down to 99 cents with a 2-year contract. And inside of that, you get Amazon Prime for 1 year. So Amazon Prime itself, if you don't have it and you order a lot in Amazon, it's a fabulous deal, folks. Everything's free, and it's only $79. Well, if you buy the phone for 99 cents, they're giving you Amazon Prime for 1 year also. So this is going to be a tough one. Period. To how do you compete with a 99-cent phone? You know, there's no doubt that Apple's a different animal than an Amazon or a Fire Phone or any other phone. There's no two ways about that. Competitively, though, you know, we'll see where that shakes out. What I do expect is that when you take a look at Apple come off the high, had some juice off the high. You know, whatever the announcement is that, yeah, can you do a bounce up to 101? You're at 98. Yeah, you can. I don't expect you're going to see Apple blow over these highs. You know, we'll see where it shakes out. And Apple certainly is going to need something that is extraordinary and that is far ahead of the curve, and we'll see whether they come up with that. Some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market out here. Yahoo is the big mover. Yahoo looks like a large ABC structure on the way up. That's all about Alibaba. The valuation inside Alibaba, Yahoo is up $2.20 today with some real juice behind the move. They did 73 million shares And 73 million shares, folks, is more than their swing point done on a weekly basis. The swing point that Yahoo has taken out had done 66 million shares on the swing point. So bottom line is that that wants to go higher. You had Microsoft up 56 cents. Twitter was up $1.30. GM was down $1. You had Citigroup down 25 cents. Inside the Dow Industrials, some of the weaker ones were the energies. The XLE is just about ready to go after its B point. You had ExxonMobil down $1.40. Oxy was off $2.04. Big Blue was down $1. If we do look at the XLE and take a look at this XLE, we did 10.9 million shares. I believe the B point's 12 million. Now it's 13.2 million. The price at the B point on ABC structure down is 94.49. We hit 95.13. It closed out at 95.57, and she's building cars to basically take this out. ExxonMobil, which is the largest weighting structure inside the XLE, she had some juice behind the move today. 10 million shares. Oh, that's one. That's 12, I think. No, that's 11. Okay. No, it's 10. Oh, interesting. Okay, here we go. Okay, B point is 97.63. She got to 97.45. She closed at 97.77. And we did 10 million. Look at this. We did 10,051,000, and the B point is 10,017,000. This is going to go after this B point tomorrow, and as it's going after it, you have an expansion of volume. ExxonMobil itself, if in fact that is going to be a confirmed ABC structure down, 104 is your A point, and 97.63 should be, and it's 104.73. So you get what? That's $7. Your C point on that is 90, is 100, gets you a 93. 93 ExxonMobil is going to put some damage not only into the XLE, that'll put some damage inside the S&P itself, because it is a large weighting structure inside the S&P. We go over to Big Blue, another large weighting structure. She's still going sideways. You're at 190.14. Inside the financials, it's all about Berkshire Hathaway. The B shares, that's still at highs, 138.23. 877-927-6648. We had the Dow Industrials closed down 25, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's down 5.5. You stay right here, folks. We get our Tigers from Investor Business Daily coming up. Amy Smith. We're going to be right back, folks.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish down 25, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's up 5.5. And as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the second hour, we have our Tigress, Amy Smith from IBD. And folks, if you haven't test drove, whether it's the print edition, Investor Business Daily, or the digital edition at investors.com, you can take your choice. As you come over to our website at TFNN, you see the banner on the right-hand side. Hit the investor.com banner. You can take the choice either 2 weeks of the print edition or 2 weeks of the digital edition. Amy Smith, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Tom, I'm doing great. We are having, you know what? I feel like I'm in Florida right now. We're having, it's very unusual for us. It's a little muggy out here.
Okay.
We don't have any humidity. We don't even know what that is out here.
That's going to be good for your skin.
That's it. Now it's a facial.
Totally.
I knew you would tell me there's a positive.
You gotta love it. So you got a humidity out there. That's interesting. Yeah, you don't get a lot of humidity out there.
We had a little tiny bit of rain this morning, which was, of course, we're desperate for rain. But, when I was in San Diego over the weekend, it was downright hot and sticky. So we were just not used to that.
So you were doing a workshop in San Diego, right?
I was down there for a workshop, and it was great. The folks down there are a lot of fun. I did a little side trip to La Jolla. I figured I deserved a little treat, so I had lunch there, looked over the ocean. Really, really pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there. Now, the sentiment. Tell me about the sentiment.
I don't know what to make of this, Tom. Everybody's now bullish.
Okay.
And, when I see that, I always go, because usually people are skeptical, but everybody is fairly bullish. So it means nothing right now because we don't have any big selling days on the market. We don't see any heavy volume selling. The indexes look good. The leaders are holding up. But I thought that was unusual when you get so many people that are like, ready to buy. So I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
It's important. You know what I mean? If everyone owns all the stocks, who are you going to sell them to? That's what it always comes down to.
That's right. That's right.
So, we know we have the big leaders, Facebook, Netflix, Under Armour, they're holding up. Chipotle, of course. That's amazing.
That's amazing. I have a question for you, okay?
Yeah.
So Tesla, these analysts keep coming out. Just when you think there's not any more. Some guy put a 400 price target on it. He said enthusiasm's like a freight train. I climbed in a Tesla. It was in Century City in the mall.
Yes.
And they're great. They're beautiful. They're sleek. I want to drive one.
Yeah.
here's my question for you, and I polled a bunch of people in San Diego, and I'll tell you the results of my little poll after you tell me, do you have any interest, if they come out with like a medium-sized SUV, do you have any interest in electric cars at all?
I love what the Tesla looks like.
Okay.
There's no doubt about that. I absolutely love it. But you just have to understand, I have a 500 horsepower car, so I'm not going to get an electric car. But I think they're awesome. I do.
Well, you know, it's funny. So I asked everybody, and there was like 2 people in the whole audience, there's a couple hundred people, that said they want an electric car.
Yeah.
And almost everybody said, I said, okay, if you buy a new car, you're going to buy a gas-operated car. Almost every hand went up. So I don't know what that means. It might mean absolutely nothing. Maybe the growth will be in China for these cars because, you know, they've got a lot of pollution problems in China. But, you know, if we have higher electrical costs and cheaper gas costs, because we keep, you know, now we're pumping more gas in this country, my question is there going to be a demand for these electric cars? I don't know. I'm just posing the question.
I think there will. I mean, I think those Teslas are gorgeous.
Okay.
You know, they're just, I mean, they're slick. I haven't been inside them, but I'm impressed with the outside of them. And, I mean, I think it's as important that if, in fact, people are going to save money, that's good money you're saving, right? You know?
I guess if you get the, if they have the government tax breaks and stuff like that, I guess that's an incentive. I just am wondering if I plug it in, if I'm paying higher electrical costs, what does that cost?
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Right.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
I
I
fill
do.
up at the gas station, I'm just asking the question, and I don't really have a good answer to it. Look, the fact of the matter is we can't argue Tesla's stock is way up. You know, he announced the Gigafactory, Elon Musk did last week, and that looks interesting. We'll see what happens with that factory, if that technology can apply to who knows what, you know, solar, or we'll have to wait and see.
Well, you know what I found refreshing? I heard Phil LeBeau was from CNBC was interviewing Musk, and he said, you know, it seems that your stock price is high. He says, yeah, you know, short-term basis it is high. And it was so refreshing. It was like, yeah, I think it's high. You know, it's like, well, longer term, I don't think it is. And that's the day that went down. I mean, they sold it down $10 because it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. You know?
Interesting.
Isn't it? You know what I mean? Because you don't hear that, you know?
Well,
so,
you know what? Look, the guy, I think that he feels pretty confident about what he's doing. So he's not trying to just make the stock price go higher. I don't think that's what he's concerned about.
Yeah, he's not. He's changing the world. He's another Steve Jobs. He is. There's no doubt. So we have Alibaba coming out, and we're going to have a lot of other IPOs coming out also, right?
You know, here's another thing, Tom. Just when you thought this couldn't happen, IPO research firm Renaissance Capital said we have 112 in the pipeline by the end of the year. Now, Alibaba, of course, is the one that's all across the news.
Sure.
And they came out today. What did they say? Or Friday, they said that they were going to price between 60
and 66.
Yes. Yeah, and they were going to raise $320 million, the shares are going to be $320 million out there on the market. So we'll have to wait and see. Here's a couple I want your folks to pay attention to if they haven't. There's 2 of them. We usually don't get 2 of these hot ones. They're American companies.
Okay.
They're good ones. Okay, Mobileye.
Yep.
And it makes that driver assistance system, right? They're going to come up with a braking system eventually, but it helps detect pedestrians, dogs, cats, if you're nearing an accident. It's really a strong company. These are going to be in every car. I think they're already in 3.9 million cars. By the year's end, it's going to be in 160 different model cars. It's already in BMW, Ford, GM, Nissan, Volvo. So I think this
these things are cool. No, I know what you're saying. Right. It's yeah.
Look at the stock, folks. If you haven't seen it, the ticker. It's not a buy recommendation. Just take a look at it. It's MBLY is the ticker symbol.
Up
look
$3
at that. It's
today.
Up again today.
Right. Right.
I mean, that thing is just zooming. Now we got another one that you and I've talked about, and this one is just also seemingly unstoppable. Look at GoPro. The ticker there is GPRO.
I know.
Wow.
You know what's so crazy about that, too? Remember you had asked me if I had one when it first come out, and I didn't. And I said, yeah, I want to probably get one for Christmas. And after it's going up so much, I know I'm going to get one now. not that it's going up, but I just want one anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hold it. I know.
Well, they had, you know what, this is another very interesting CEO, because the guy was a surfer dude, right? He wanted, but let's give him credit. He partnered with his dad, who's a more experienced, I think, investment banker, and they put together a really quality company. They have, good earnings and sales numbers, and they did a 60-minute interview with him. I think people can find on YouTube, and he there's all kinds of future plans. When it first came out, I thought, oh, come on, this is like if I'm a snowboarder or a skydiver or, I do one of those extreme sports, I'd want it. But they're going to do all kinds of different cool things with these cameras. So well, I think this is another one. And this thing has ramped up. It's up 27% in 6 days.
Yeah, and the new demographic on the surfer is that the surfer is like the rich dude, the trust fund baby, and all of the above, I'm serious.
Did you know, I saw something on TV, too. It is one of the fastest growing sports.
Yeah, listen, it's fun. I mean, I haven't done it that much, but I cracked up when I saw that new demographic on it. That's the number.
Yeah.
No doubt. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You see investor.com banner right on the right-hand side. Hit that banner. Get 2 weeks, either the print edition or the digital edition. Amy, you have a great week, safe week. Look forward to speaking right back here next Monday.
You too. See you next week.
Okay, have a great one. Bye-bye. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
You've heard Basil Chapman on the air as the host of the Tiger Technicians Hour, and now's your chance to spend a full day learning his trading methodology, the Chapman Wave. Basil has taught thousands of students his trading methods over the years, and on Friday, September 12th, he'll be hosting a one-day online Master Trader Series class. Included is a month of his daily newsletter, The Opening Call, a $128 value. Basil will cover a variety of topics and techniques that he uses when looking at key charting patterns that repeat consistently in the market and that you can add to your trading methodology. You have access to the full 8-hour archive for a period of 30 days, as well as availability to ask questions of Basil in the month following the course as you practice what he teaches in this full-day Master Trader class. For all the details, visit TFNN.com and sign up for Basil Chapman's Master Trader class on Friday, September 12th. Reserve your seat today.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finished down 25, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's off 5.5. And as we do each and every Monday at 35 past the second hour, we have our man, Mr. Chad Coco. Chad does an outstanding show each and every Tuesday, sponsored by Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade on options, folks. It is from 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time right here at TFNN. And if you haven't test drove the platform yet from TD Ameritrade, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top and on the side. You can hit that banner. You can bring up the platform. They'll put some, you'll be able to use paper money on that platform. I use it each and every day, trading options, futures, commodities, or currencies. It's all on one platform. It's an outstanding platform. It's fast. It's accurate. Their support at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is outstanding. Chad is out there each and every day with the rest of the team over at TD Ameritrade doing strategies. They have a whole, basically, school set up over there. It's absolutely fabulous. Chad Coco, what's going on?
How's it going? How's it going?
Hey, well, you know, it's pretty cool, man. I like the idea that you're on at noon because, you know, I mean, what we've had here is, of course, VIX that basically is dead in the water, has been for a while, and was up 57 today, I guess. But we're going to have a little action with Apple tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see if that throws any juice into the marketplace one way or another. You know what I mean?
I sure do. Yeah, there was a lot of volume in the options trading this week, or actually today, in relation to the iPhone 6 tomorrow. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, oh, yeah, man. I mean, that's, and I'm sure, let me pull this up. So inside, even though the VIX is low, I'm sure they threw some juice into those options for Apple, didn't they?
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, about 10% higher than usual.
Okay.
For the Apple volatility. Something to note, though, I'm not sure if you saw this. The CBOE said that last week that they're going to change the calculation for the VIX a little bit.
Okay, talk to me about that. I didn't.
So they're going to start including weekly options starting in October. So get a lot of validity to weekly options that really wasn't there before. So
that is cool.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to give us a little bit more accurate VIX picture on that, a little more numbers, more data involved in that calculation. Give us a little bit more.
There's no doubt. You know what's so cool, man? So check this out, folks. So the way that the VIX is calculated, okay, is, you know, it's on monthly options right now, which is always the third Friday of the month. And when this goes back, and, you know, I remember when there weren't options, okay, so it gets interesting. So when options come on, you know, it's important to understand that, okay, that gives you the basis of where this is going within that amount of days. As Chad just said, when they started these weekly options, they started off slow, and then they went gangbusters, which totally makes sense because they're penny wide, and it can be on the Qs, the diamonds, the SPYs, and, you know, everything else, okay? You know, in that context, Chad, which is really interesting, is that one of our talk hosts here, Daryl Martin, he's devised a way that he's actually on a spread that he has the. It wouldn't be called the VIX, okay, but it's almost the same type of deal, almost on a daily basis. So it's really cool that they're doing this on the weekly basis because it just brings things much clearer as to the risk, reward, well, just the volatility on a weekly basis, which is neat.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. These weekly options, too, are totally where it's at. There's no doubt about it. I mean,
About a third of all the volume now is on weekly options, which is enormous compared to where it was even 6 months ago. It wasn't even close to that.
Yeah, no, I can see it. And, you know, what also happens, I suspect, is that as these prices get to higher prices, you know, we have the Qs right now at $100, right? So when you look at a weekly option and what you can get a weekly option for trading a $100 stock, it just totally makes sense that most folks that are trading the Qs, diamonds, or SPYs are trading them just to trade them, right?
Right. A lot less capital you need to put up front.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So, hey, listen, Chicago, right? Is the fall coming in now? Is it feeling good there or what?
Yeah, so we had some storms come through over the weekend. We dropped from about the mid-80s to the high 60s now, so fall's coming.
Fall's coming. That's a beautiful thing. Listen, folks, tomorrow right here, and don't forget, all the programming at TFNN you can get right on your cell phone. We start live programming every trading day, 8 a.m. Eastern Time to 6 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. We take that, replay it. You can listen to Chad tomorrow, 12 to 1, right at lunchtime, right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. If you'd like to get Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com. You'll see the TV going right on the front page. Just hit that TV, folks. That'll bring you, you'll see the full TD Ameritrade platform, as well as here, Chad. Chad, you have a great night, safe night. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks. Talk to you all tomorrow.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. The announcement on Apple tomorrow is what's going to be moving the NASDAQ. Let's put it that way. And I guess our technology expert at TFNN, our man David White. David, I know he's in the den. Do you know what time that announcement's going to make? That is going to be the thing that is going to be cool as to what time is Apple going to be coming out with this. Because what you do have, Apple is still such a large portion, folks, of the NDX 100 that no matter which way that baby moves, it's going to move that NDX 100. If we do take a look at the three Qs right now and the correlation of where they are versus where Apple is, you know, Apple come off that high, have volume. 3 Qs are still at a high. The last high generated in 3 Qs was 100.34. We went to 100.33 today. We did 25 million shares versus 25 million shares. So it's basically that basically is telling me that, guess what? This thing's going to go basically try to get into that number again. The volume's not high, that's for sure. But bottom line is that I suspect it does want to try to get into it. If we go over to the IBB, the biotech index, this was up 246 today. We had come down last week, and it came down with some juice. The high that was generated last week was 278. We did that with 1 million shares, and then we went south with 1.3. You did a counter trend bounce today with 600. This is another sector that you want to absolutely keep your eye on. The reason being is that this particular sector is the sector that took the NASDAQ south very quickly. The way the sector is still set up right now is that it has that high volume low at 207 that wants to be tested. It got over its high, it was 275.40. We got to 278, and then we closed underneath it. We did with 4.1 million shares versus 8.1. So what you had last week is that you had the test of the high, you had a failure, you closed under it. That sets up that it doesn't have to pull back yet to the 226 to 207. What it would set up is that it pulls back to the 259 to 242 area. You know, so that and in fact, if we go over to the largest weighting structure inside that, which is Gilead Sciences, GILD, what you'll see is that Gilead has a high volume low from last Friday. You talk about wide price spread. That thing went down 10%. Now, it rallied back, but when that went down 10%, folks, it did 36 million shares. Gilead hasn't seen 36 million shares since the last low, which is a high-volume low, April 10th. That was at 64. So it went from 64 to 106. Yeah. So that little baby is set up for some pulling back. We'll see Celgene, CELG. That's another large That's another large weighting structure inside the IBB. That's still basically hanging at highs. Inside the NDX 100 today, which was holding it up, you had was all about Yahoo. So Yahoo was going to hold this up for a while because Yahoo put 2.2 into it. $2.22. Yahoo looks like an ABC structure on the way up. Mylan Pharmaceuticals up 98 cents. Tesla was up 472. That's put some juice into it. Microsoft was up 56 cents. Taking juice out of it is that you had Discovery Communications was down $1. Vipul Communications was off 20 cents. Tractor Supply was off 127. You had Staples down 24 cents. Staples, folks, the way Staples is set up, this is going to be just interesting, watching how this shakes out. It come up and filled its gap, but Staples, unless they change their business plan real quick, Staples is banging at this bottom, has been banging at this bottom for quite a while. And, looks like, number one, the last lows of 10 want to get tested, but what really want to get tested is at 683. That 683 goes all the way back to the year 2000. These large big box stores, they have to figure out something else to basically sell to pay those huge rents when, in fact, the Internet is basically taking a lot of those orders right off the table. Actually, Amazon's probably taking them off the table. And, of course, what Amazon did out here today, I don't think it's going to affect Apple dramatically, but the bottom line is that they went from $199 for their Fire Phone to 99 cents. Yes, you heard that right. 99 cents with a 2-year contract at Marbell. Get your Fire Phone, get your Amazon Prime for free. Amazon Prime itself, folks, is $79. We're going to be right back.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had Walmart down 98 cents. You had United Technologies off 10. Hewlett-Packard was down 14. Big Blue 106. It's interesting here for the Dow only being down a few points. A lot of these Dow stocks were in the red. Let's go to John in Austin, Texas. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, you mind taking a look at AG, please?
You got AG. This is First Majestic Silver. The low is 819. The high is 1447. Okay, so we take a look at this. You're at... Your benchmark on this, John, goes like this. So May 28th, the high of that low is 875. We put this on a weekly, and this is how a lot of them are set up. And this is where you'd like to see the price get rejected at the highs of these lows. So if we take a look at AG, you go back to May 30th, and you're going to see on a weekly basis, we did 5 million, but that would have added in, you got to add in a day because that's probably 6 million.
Yes, sir.
We came into that last week with 3.9 million. So what you don't want to see is really it close under the 903 level, because if it does go on the 903 level, then you get then it's like, okay, the volume's not there, but the price is there, and it can get to lower price.
Right, that's the concern I have, buddy. Looking at the weekly chart, just like you say, it was 819 back there, and then it went up to like 11 and some change on 7-11. But since then, all the volume, the weekly volume, there's 9 million on 18, and there's another 7 million. So this thing could go back down to 819 easily, right? Am I looking at that right?
Yes. Okay. Not so much easily, but it absolutely can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Because all the volume on the other side of 7-Eleven is big volume on weekly volume on the downside.
No. Okay, so here, let's go through this for a second. Where the larger issue on all of these stocks, and they're all set up the same way, folks, okay, is that the highs of the lows that were established in May were basically testing the highs and lows of December of 2013. Okay? So those are the areas that you really want to keep your head wrapped around. And so if we stay with AG, and you can do this with any other stock that you own inside this metal complex, folks. So you can see that the high of December of 2013 was $9.70, and then the low of that was $8.82.
Yes, sir.
So we did 6 million shares there. Then, the stock goes from $8, goes up to $12, comes all the way back to $8. Then when it tested that time, it did it with 5 million shares versus the 6. Now, last week we came down with 3.9, but there's only 4 days, so we got to say that's 5. That'd be 5 million, okay? So 5 million would be going against the 5 million. Well, yeah, because it was 5 million. So 5 against 5 against 7. What we want to see, today you had 915,000. You want to see less than 5 million, number one, and you do want to see a rejection of that 903. That would be the ultimate.
Yes, sir. Hey, buddy, what kind of car is that 500 horsepower puppy you driving?
It's a CL63.
You are one bad cat, man. All right, take care.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. And what's so funny about that, too, folks, is that I was bringing back a car. This is over a year and a half ago now. And, cars are an emotional decision. There's no doubt about that. And what ends up happening is that, I've had those types of cars for a while, but I certainly didn't plan on getting that. But guess what? That's what happens when you got an emotional decision in front of you. It's pretty easy to do. So, tomorrow morning, as we come into the marketplace, right? Apple's going to be the number inside the NDX 100. What is interesting inside the Dow Industrials, as I was just going through some of these numbers, today is like the number of Dow stocks that actually, they're only slightly in the red, but they were in the red, is pretty dramatic for the Dow only being down 25. So that means that it was spread across the sector, because we know there's only 30 stocks. You go to the IWM, the small caps, and the small caps basically, running into the downdraft that was created on July 8th. We're doing that with 20 million shares versus 52 million. So the small caps look to me like, guess what? That can't get it going. This is where it comes back to Apple once again. And the Apple deal goes like this. The NDX 100 is at highs, and bottom line, Apple can push it up to higher highs. I don't expect that's what we're going to see. I think Apple's going to basically fade, put a little volatility in the market tomorrow, but certainly fade. And where I'm going with that, it is all about how we went down last week. Apple had made its high, did it on light volume. Day it made its high was 53 million shares. It came off that with 125 million. That's on the daily. On the weekly, what it did, it was a failure. It had got over its highs, closed under its highs, had lighter volume, and had lighter volume, by the way, pretty dramatically. And the first time that Apple had made a high, its high, rather, in September of 2012, had no volume. That was 500 million. What we did last week is that we did 323 million. So let's say it's 423 million. Would add a day on. Couldn't hold the high. Came off the high with volume. That sets up what? You can't bust it up. You did the test. You did it with lighter volume. You closed underneath it. You came off that high with volume. That's saying we're going to have lower price. And we're going to find out real quick. And because of the weighting structure of Apple inside the NDX 100, S&P's, Apple is going to be the mover out here tomorrow. Alibaba, the bank structures are going to try to keep this market as close to the highs as possible for the next couple weeks. We'll see whether they can do it. Why? Because Alibaba is going to be coming out 2 weeks from this past Friday, the IPO market. And we are talking IPOs. Just so you want to wrap your head around this for a second. Well, we're in August. No, we're in September. For all of the year of 2014, just the one IPO from Alibaba is going to equal 1/2 of all the IPOs that were sent out. And if you listen to our man, Mr. David White, you'll see that it's a sliver deal. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of a fire with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right back here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.